on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
I'm so glad we're sharing, but I'm really excited to try this. It looks stellar.
Terrible, huh?
It's awful.
Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you happen to be new around here, my name is Trevor and this is Anna. We are the Delightful Travelers. Make sure to hit subscribe and that little bell to follow along on our adventures.
So for those of you that have been following along so far here in Nova Scotia, we've been trying to find some fun and unique things. We're home in Halifax today. We have something extra special planned. 2 hints, it involves food and it's kind of outside. So here we are in front of a restaurant called The Bicycle Thief. It's right here in our brand new neighborhood. We just moved here like a month ago and we love this location, right on the water, perfect spot.
So some of you definitely recognize this area, especially if you are from Halifax here in Nova Scotia, even if you're close by Halifax. Also, pre-COVID, if you came here on a cruise ship, you probably know this restaurant and you know this boardwalk.
It is just a few minutes away from the cruise ship port. Great place worth visiting. There's lots of great restaurants, including The Bicycle Thief. They also have their sister restaurant here called Amano. It's a really great wine store. There's a flower shop. There is a coffee shop. Lots of stuff.
It's kind of the place to be in Halifax. Oh wow, look at these.
How cool are these? This is such a good idea. I mean, especially during COVID and a pandemic, but really in the wintertime, anytime, this is perfect. You get to kind of be outside, kind of be inside at the same time.
So how about this setting? Does it get any better than this? It's 0 degrees out Celsius today, so it's a little chilly, but in here it's nice and warm. There are heaters, there are these big furry blankets as well, and it's just extra cozy out here. It's super neat that outside I can see the snow. I honestly didn't think I'd be so comfortable. It's very nice.
So going back to what Trevor said, it's so comfortable in here. I really didn't know what to expect. I dressed in a very, very, very warm sweater thinking that it would get chilly in here, but it's not at all. That's putting off some serious heat. But for us, I bet you guys that are watching this, that are not from Canada, think that Canadians are super hardy when it comes to like outdoor weather, the cold, that kind of thing. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're not. I mean, we obviously, a lot of Canadians like outdoor sports and that kind of thing and spend a lot of time doing things outside in nature in the winter time. But as far as like sitting outside during the winter, we're really bad at that. We take our patios down in October. Yeah. Nobody sits outside. We're not like Europeans in that sense.
Yeah,
so
well,
funny.
Europeans would think this is completely normal.
Yeah.
So we ordered a couple drinks here. Now this place is an Italian restaurant. Actually, what do they call it?
Oh yeah, I went on their website and it says it's a North American food with an Italian soul. So I guess kind of North American, kind of Italian, lots of pastas, that kind of thing.
So the thing is, did you stick to an Italian wine?
I did. I went for a Chianti Classico.
I got a Peroni beer to start over here. The menu is really big. There's lots of options. It's going to be hard to choose something. Oh, the food has arrived. The smells in here, because it's a small space, I just can't get over it. If you're wondering what these are scallops. Oh, it smells so good. On this, so you can see some bread, it's crusted on the top. There's some hazelnuts, and I think it's like a sweet potato, like a puree, like a sauce. Oh, it just looks divine. Now, some of you might know, I don't often eat like this kind of seafood, especially scallops, but in a place like this, you just kind of have to. Let's go for it. Oh. Seriously. That is just rich, packed full of flavor. The sauce is what stands out right away, but the texture of the scallop is cooked to perfection. If you never had scallops before, it's kind of a hard one to describe. It's almost like, think of like pork belly if you eat pork, but better and not as chewy. It's just really soft, really tender. But take the crust on top, it adds for a bit of crunch. You got the hazelnuts. It's kind of perfection. This rivals, and I wonder if they're from Digby. We had Digby scallops in the summer, last summer, about 6 months ago, and they were out of this world as well. Nova Scotia is very well known for its Digby scallops. These are just as good. They're so, so delicious.
All right, so because it's winter, we're kind of outside with both of my dishes today. This is a starter, by the way. I went for something really hearty, really wintry. Just seems perfect this time of year. I went with a cauliflower soup. There is some double smoked bacon on top. Also I think it said pecan praline crumble and some chili oil. How yummy does that sound? I have to taste this.
the presentation
It's beautiful.
is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Like all the colors.
We get all the things. Mm-hmm. Is there anything better than bacon on soup? Really, so good. But the soup itself is really, really rich, really, really creamy. There's I wouldn't say spiciness from the chili oil, but it adds a little bit of a bite. Smokiness from the bacon is perfect. I should just put bacon on everything from now on. And a little crunch like Trevor had on his, the crunch from the nuts. Oh, so good.
I am so excited right now. This is honey crusted Atlantic salmon. The smells in here are out of this world. This looks absolutely perfect. Look at it, just, oh, so flaky. It just falls apart so very easily. I haven't had salmon in such a long time, you guys. Oh, I got a green bean too. Let's go for both. Oh. Oh. Fresh seafood. Let's talk about fresh seafood. Here in Nova Scotia, I'm going to say you can't beat it. I know a lot of people claim to have the best seafood in the world, a lot of countries. We will give you a run for your money, I promise. This is cooked to perfection. There's some wild honey on here, and the pistachios make for a really good crunch, really interesting textures and flavors going on. I can't get over this. One thing I always say is I don't order seafood enough, and every time I have it, I just fall in love with it. I can't believe how the salmon's cooked. It's just falling apart like that. Like I said, it's extra flaky. And then you have all these things on the side. So there's carrots. I think this is in a, on the bottom of this, if you can see it, it's like a brown butter sauce, I believe is what it is. So, oh yeah. Everything is just soaked in this delicious butter that I could never make at home, I can tell you that. There's also some potato, I think they're calling them like a fingerling, and again the brown butter sauce is just in the bottom. Definitely oven roasted potatoes, not deep fried. Oh, such a good meal to have outside in a setting like this. This is delicious.
As I told you guys before, I am sticking with kind of a wintry, homey, hearty kind of theme just because it is winter time. I'm gonna eat the carbs. Eat all the carbs. This is a roasted pumpkin ravioli. I don't even know if I can repeat back everything that is in this. I just looked at the menu again to try to remember, but there's like an Asiago and ricotta. There is a brown butter cream sauce. I might be mixing some of the things. Pumpkin seeds, like just so much stuff going on in here. I'm so excited to try it. Let's open that up.
I think my favorite thing about all of this is the presentation.
It's
It's
beautiful.
just out of this world.
Yeah. Oh, look at that when you open it up. That color of that pumpkin. Oh yeah. And the cream sauce, I'm excited. I don't even know what to say. That is honestly incredible. It's so delicious. It's super rich, super creamy. The fresh herbs in there really come through. It's a little bit sweet. Probably from, I think there may be amaretto or something in there, or amaretti.
Yum.
Oh yeah, this is basically dessert in ravioli. It's so good. Can you believe that after all that, we are going to eat dessert? But you cannot come to the Bicycle Thief and not have dessert. It's just, it's required. So here we go. This is one of their most popular desserts. It's been on the menu, I think, since the very beginning. It's an old family recipe of the original owners, and it's a layered butterscotch caramel cake. It's got toasted pecans on it. It's massive. I could never eat this on my own. I'm so glad we're sharing. But I'm really excited to try this. It looks stellar.
Terrible, huh?
It's awful. This is fitting with the theme of basically everything I've eaten today. It's super, super rich, super creamy. If you want to like dessert, this is not for you. It's so flavorful. It's really, really heavy. Perfect, again, for a cold winter day when you're inside in the warm coziness. That caramel is delicious. I have to get some of those pecans. Oh, goodness. This is over-the-top decadence.
This looks incredible. Anna has sold me. We already talked about the size. It is a monster. I'm starting with the back because all those pecans, it's just like a wall of pecans. Have you ever seen a dessert like that before? Not me. Let's just go for it. We're filming this on a Monday. That's right, a Monday in the middle of the afternoon. And we're having a 3-course meal. How many of you do that? Have done that before? Well, Anna has pretty much said everything about this that you could possibly imagine. I can't add too much to it, but if you're coming here, you're going to have to get this. Just because of the story alone, how it's been one of their longest desserts that have been here, and it's the old family recipe. You're not going to be disappointed. In fact, you're not going to be disappointed with anything we had here today. The food at this restaurant is just top notch. Well, how good was that?
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna say this again. Never gonna eat again.
No, I was gonna suggest we go eat some more food right now, because that clearly wasn't enough.
So full, but so happy.
So there are some things you need to know. This place, especially these little, how do you say
Cabinas?
Cabinas, they are booked for the rest of the winter season. However, we got a little tip for you if you want to get here.
Yes, so lunchtime is first come, first serve. But also, if you really want to come in the evening, just give a call. You never know when there might be cancellation.
Yeah. Also, lunchtime goes until 4 o'clock. So today we decided to come at like 2 o'clock, which is a kind of a weird time to eat. Well, sometimes we eat lunch at that time, but 3-course meal, yeah, sure. But it is worth it because the experience is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and if you are just coming to eat at the Bicycle Thief, not necessarily outside, just call and make a reservation. They're always really, really busy.
Yeah, so now a couple other things to touch on. We keep getting messages from all of you guys watching, and thank you so much, asking for ways to support us. And by that, you can do so by going to our Patreon account. If you don't know what that is, it's like a way, it's like think of when you go get a coffee and you leave a tip. And it's kind of like that, like just a tip jar for us.
Find our channel informative and you really like it and you feel like you're getting something out of it and you want to support the channel, it's a great way to do it. There's also a join button.
Yeah, there's a join button right below this video. So yeah, if you're into that, please go ahead and hit that join button. If we keep you entertained for a good 10 to 20 minutes every week and you're into it, that is great. If not, don't worry. Just watch the ads. But all the videos will be free. So.
And there's also merchandise too if you want some Delightful Travelers swag.
We got lots of merch. Now, we have a couple goals this year we're trying to get to. The big one is 100,000 subscribers on this channel right here on YouTube. There is at least 50% of you or more watching that are not subscribed. Guys, click on the subscribe button. That really helps us out.
It means a lot. It helps a lot. Yeah.
You also get notified then when the videos come out, but they do come out every Sunday in case you didn't know.
It doesn't cost anything. It's free.
Also, I know around here, at least if you're watching from Nova Scotia, Facebook's really popular. Head over to our Facebook page. We're trying to get to 10,000.
So we set a goal of 10,000 as we film this right now. I think we're at like 4,200. So we have a long, long way to go to get there.
Hey.
So, but it's a big goal.
Yeah. Well, so, aim high, right?
So if you're watching this, you haven't already liked our page on Facebook, head over there, share it with your friends, let them know to like the page as well.
Well, I think it's safe to say we're just going to go home and have a nap at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Go to the gym?
No gym today, even though it is Monday.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Halifax, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.
I'm on my way now.